Grammarly is great.
Hello. Oh, the camera was on. Hello, peoples. This is crazy. Call me maybe. La da dun da 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 da. You bred Velocibuds? Why? Oh, the camera was on the whole time. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I gotta build another one of these because I am behind. But I am catching up. I have to muster the courage to catch up. Yes. After I got done with my day work, I went to the bar and had 3 beers. And now I'm here. And I got more beers. I also bought a bunch of beer to take to VCS. Alright, tonight we're building a right-handed controller for the right hand. This is Jeopardy, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. Yeah. I think I'll probably leave here like just after lunch tomorrow. I don't have a table at VCF, so I'm not sure if I can actually get in on Friday. I mean, maybe I can, I don't know. But I can just like hang out with people, I guess. Yeah, just kind of like beginning of the... Actually, I was looking at it, was like January 13th. As soon as the new block was available, I got my ticket, or got my room booked. Just on autopilot. But like since then... I don't know, I kind of got burnt out. Like, MGC burnt me out, and it was at the Texas show, too. So, guess I'm getting re-burnt out on conventions. But, whatever, I'll just go there, and maybe we'll go to Portillo's. Fine place. Got some Cobra Kai beer in these cool bottles, which I save. Let's see. So it's a righty. So we need a righty trigger, a righty cap. Oh yeah, that's something I did yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say. Oh. Trying to get the new mode ready for Evil Dead Pinball. Kind of rewrote it like at least once, so it's kind of taking longer than we had hoped, but we'll get it done. We were going to release it or end of August, but Corwin did not like it, so we. I didn't go completely back to the drawing board, but yeah. I was talking to this friend of mine. His son was at the bar outside for his band, and was asking him about his 3D printer. Apparently, he's got like a nozzle clog issue on like the. What's the cheap bamboo? Like the 1S? Like that one that's kind of like a bed slinger? Told him that just replacing the nozzle is probably the best way to go. And I was like, you need to get Tinkercad. So hopefully he takes it to the next level. Seems like a smart kid. Man, imagine if I had 3D printers at that age. I would have been like, oh my god, I can make my own Transformers. Or Roblox or whatever the kids are into now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I like Portillo's. Yeah. I think there's... Well, wait. Is it... I don't know. I wonder how close Portillo's is to that place. I will look it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. Like they actually have like Buc-ee's in. They're all over Illinois. It's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, there's 2 Portillo's in Madison now. Haven't gone to one yet. Let's see. Okay, we're in Schaumburg. Oh, looks like there's one right there. Portillo's and Barnelli's, okay. And where is the Renaissance Schaumburg area? Oh, looks like it's very close to Portillo's. Cool. Oh, I've been to that one before. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, it's not. Oh, yeah, I've been to that one. That's not too far. Oh, excuse me. I wish Phil would commission you to make a controller. Oh, you mean Dark Side Phil? Yeah. That guy's like a case study on why you shouldn't do YouTube for too long. Turns you into a crazed wacko. YouTube is like just I don't know. Max and I were joking about that the other day. The autism, the website. Max was alluding to me having autism. That's just not possible. Because obviously, if you're good at talking to people, you can't possibly have autism, right? See, my theory is that I know, like, autism is in the news because of what's his face, that Kennedy guy. I think it's been around a lot longer than we think. It just was undiagnosed before. I definitely know people my age or older who are clearly autistic. I don't know, maybe autism is like a form of like human evolution, you know, like, because, you know, I mean, I know there's like low functioning autism, but autistic people make excellent programmers. Like, what's his face? That one guy that's at every pinball convention. Joe, I think it's... No, Joe or John? Can't remember his name. I'm sure I'll run into him next month at the pinball convention, which is at the same location as the computer thing, Schaumburg Renaissance Convention Center. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's crazy, Parbs. It's yeah. It is fascinating. You know, I think it's like Michael Scott. It's like one of the things like with like Michael Scott is like if you think like, oh, I'm not good at dealing with people or I'm not good at talking to women or whatever, and then you're like, well, at least I'm not like Michael Scott. So it's like you like kind of makes you feel better about yourself. It's a kind of like a type of Schadenfreude. Man, we were talking about V2 rockets at the bar. Ran into some sort of paramedic dude. I don't know why. I don't know how rockets came up. Oh yeah, he's talking about like India allegedly landed something on the moon, and then we started talking about the Nazis. You know, it's all connected. My autism wasn't picked up into my late 30s because I was pretty high functioning. Yeah, I think that's yeah. Oh, thanks, Blake Love. You're the only reason. Really, I'm the only reason you like taking apart electronics? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been streaming more lately because I got behind on my controller orders. I had a bunch of stuff come in at the end of the summer. So I'm trying. Ah, darn it! I'm trying to get caught up. So normally I try to just do these on Mondays, but I had like 4 extra orders come in, so it's like if I just did it Mondays, it would take me a month, which is not cool for the buyers. So that's why I've been doing these night streams this week, just to try to get caught up. And tomorrow I gotta light out of here at noon, so I'm gonna be gone on weekends, so that also removes time. So it's like if I'm gonna goof off all weekend, I guess I gotta work more on the week. So that's where I am right now. Didn't know I sold them? Yeah, I've been selling these for 19 years now. And yeah, people still order them all the time. Summer's kind of slow, but definitely picked up here at the end. I mean, it got kind of slow end of 2023, which is one of the reasons why, just from my own personal anecdotes, I think we've been in a recession longer than any recent administration wants to admit. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it started back in 2023, and I'm like, yeah, actually that lines up with what I've seen as well. Like 2023, that was like the first Christmas in, well, yeah, because usually there's a rush of this stuff like around November or Christmas, but that didn't happen in 2023, and I'm like, that's weird. So that's kind of when I started to question things. Kind of black-pilled me on the economy. But yeah, but I still get orders, so that's why I'm trying to catch up. You're in middle school? Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, Blake, there is so many occasions where I would be like at a convention or something, and this is like even like 10 years ago, and someone would come up to me and they're like, oh, I started watching your show and then I wanted to become an engineer, and so then I graduated high school and then I got a 4-year degree and now I'm an engineer. And I'm like, oh my god, I've been doing this so long. It made me feel old. I mean, you know, obviously I'm happy for him, but just from my own perspective, it made me think, oh my god, I've been doing this long enough. So I did that for 8 years, so it's like I've been doing this long enough for people to, like, you know, yeah, complete a degree in the time I've been doing this. I don't do PlayStation 5 because it's they're much harder to mod, and they keep changing the internals, so I can't really bank on anything. So it's hard to like make procedures that are repeatable if the controllers change every year, which they do with Sony. I mean, I would love to build them, and I've bought multiple PlayStation 5 controllers to track the changes, but in tracking the changes, I see that the changes keep occurring, so it makes me think, ugh. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I don't do them, because I just can't. Yeah, the hardware changes too much. So, you know how I can come on here and just kind of like autopilot it and not even really think about it while I talk about other crap, because I've done it so many times, because it's always the same. And yeah, you can't bank on that with PlayStation, because if I made like some special circuit boards or some special flat flex connectors like this guy, who knows when I'd have to change them. And that's, you know, like if you're just doing like a one-off, who cares? But like if you're building many of these, then it becomes a problem. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Although, these days it's like I have to spend extra time just to do this, so I don't know if I really want that many more orders. So it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, Sony loves changing hardware, and it's really hard for modifying. I don't have anything against Sony. It's just that, yeah, it's hard to keep up with all of it. Like even like their fancy like force feedback triggers, they changed the circuit board on those at least twice that I've seen. I saw you at Madison, one of the Hacker Fest, Maker Fest. Yeah, I think there was a Madison area Maker Fest. Oh god, that was a while ago. It's probably like, I remember because we took the giant Game Boy there, so that was probably like, I don't know, 10 years ago? I think it was at it's the Orpheum, I believe. Or is that, no, not the Orpheum, the, whatever that Frank Lloyd Wright thing is on the water. Is that the Orpheum? That's actually where Karen works now. She's like events manager there or something. PS3 controller? Well, I actually bought a bunch of those too, and the same thing happened. Like they kept changing the internals, so I could never lock anything down. So it's been like that with Sony for a long, long time. Like I would do video game development test equipment, and first I just had the Xbox version, but then at one point I had a compatibility mode where you could also hook up a PlayStation 4 controller. And then later on, I actually had one that had a PlayStation 5 capability, and I remember having to like find a sync signal that you could like lock onto in the PlayStation 5 controller, and I think I did find one. But yeah, I haven't built those in a while either, because the pinball stuff has taken up so much of my time. And it continues to. "'Tis life. Life is but a dream. And then you die." La da da. Yeah, so this is like buzzed building. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Buzzed building. I also bought a bunch of beer to take to VCF tomorrow, Wisconsin beer. Although they only had one 15-pack of Warp Speed at the liquor store, so I'm going to have to stop by the grocery store tomorrow on my way out of town and get some more. Take it to the after party. I'm sure then someone will have Malort. There's always Malort if it's Chicago. Malort, Malort. Oh my lord. You think you might be autistic because you enjoy the streams? Yeah, possibly. Oh, is that one not connected? It should be. Let's give it a little bit more love. Happy little clouds. I'm sure it's fine. Malort, malort. Yada da 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 da. Malort, malort. I don't think I'm autistic. Well, I don't get because nobody passed Gen X for any of that crap. It was like, just rub some dirt on it and go play with your stompers and be a latchkey kid. Malort, malort. La 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 la. Malort, malort. I do kind of want one of those TI compact computer 40s. I'm watching some videos about it. So I'm like, oh man, I should have bought that last year. It's only $40. The screaming deal. So now it'll probably be like 80. The classic game prices in the console is just ridiculous how much they want. That's why I need to fix that Master System, because that thing is worth its weight in gold. No, I don't shrink consoles anymore. I haven't done that in a long time. Well, actually, I do have my Atari Kitten project. So that's going to be my next backlog project after I finish the automatic cat feeders. A friend of mine was trying to duplicate my film scanner for Maker. Apparently there's a Maker Fair in San Mateo again. Apparently it's like next weekend. He was trying to duplicate it, but obviously it's Linux's fault, not my fault. Obviously. Nothing I could do. My code wouldn't run as Pi 5, and I even sent him an image of my SD card and it still wouldn't work. So it's like, what the heck is different? But apparently the camera libraries changed at some point this summer, so it's probably after my image was made, or my copy of Debian Bookworm or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, this is why Windows can continue to suck, because Linux is even more annoying. Game price, yeah. Well, it seems like most companies backed off from that $90 or $80 BS that... I mean, Nintendo can do it because they have a captured audience. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Microsoft will try it with Call of Duty Black Ops 58 or whatever number they're on. It's just too much. Like, I think $70 is reasonable, you know, given everything else. It's still like, because if you think about like a $60 video game in 2005, that $60 would be a lot more than $60 now, but we're used to the price of games inflating slower than inflation, which it has since the 90s, so I think that's just too much to spring on people. And they wonder why their industry is dying. Maybe it's because your customers are broke. Can't get blood from a stone. Well, yeah, I remember like, I think my mom stopped buying me video games. I think probably like my 13th birthday. I think no, when I was 13. Yeah, that's when the Nintendo came out. But after that, if I wanted stuff, I had to like earn money and get it. So I'm keenly aware of what video games have cost since 1989. And yeah, you could go buy a brand new Genesis game or a Nintendo game in 1990, and it was $50 in 1990. And yeah, there's like special chips and stuff, but PlayStation 1 was also $50 in 95. Activating desoldering iron. So like 1990 to 2005, 2005 to 2020, $10 every 15 years was the pattern. So trying to jump stuff to $80 in 2025 breaks that pattern by quite a bit. And I think that's where people were like, no. It's like maybe if you like stopped remaking games 3 times, the budgets would be cheaper. Like, what was it like? Oh no, they closed the studio that has been making a Perfect Dark game since 2017. It's like, you know what? If you've been making if you haven't made a game in 8 years, oh no, you got closed down. Oh, boo-hoo. It'd be like if you were an oil change place and it took you 5 hours to change someone's oil. Guess what? You wouldn't stay in business either. I think the bigger problem is the consoles, that the consoles don't drop in price anymore. It's probably... I don't think it's entirely greed. I think Moore's Law has something to do with it. Like, since Moore's Law has stopped, you know, you don't get appreciable silicon yields in a 5-year period anymore. Therefore, the price doesn't drop very much. Because before, you had stuff like, you know, in the past, you'd have, oh, you know, we're going to launch the Xbox 360 at like, you know, 120 nanometer process, and by the time 5 years later, you're still making the console, but you've got like a cheaper silicon because you got it down to like 85 nanometer. But yeah, those kind of massive gains just don't happen anymore. It's like now they have to crawl from like 7 millimeter to 6 millimeter or nanometer. So it's not just greed, although, you know, greed is good. Yeah, well, not just games need to be smaller, but they're just spending so much money on this stuff. It's like Hollywood, like the budgets keep going up while the box office goes down. It's a losing strategy. Malort. La, da, 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 da. Oh crap! I don't have any more Hall effect. I might have to be cheap and just put a regular old analog in this. Oh well. Oh crap! I thought I ordered some. $129 for Borderlands? Why? Yeah, I had these on my list. Free delivery Saturday, September 13th. Well, I'm not around. Let's see if we can get 6 packs. Oh, that pushes it to Monday, September 16th. Or September 15th. Well, I'll be here then. Wow, I have $3 in rewards points. I'm just going to go ahead and order these right now so I don't forget. Let's use the rewards points. Wow. Activate rewards points. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Order placed. Malort, malort. La da 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 da. Malort, malort. La da 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 da. Malort, malort. La da 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 da. My lord, it's malort. The grocery store saved you money? Yeah. I see that all over the Kroger here. It's like, hey, if you buy 4 bags of potato chips, you can get 4 for $10, aka normal price. They clearly aren't selling enough if that's the case. Alright, so this is going to be a righty. Mighty righty, hefty lefty. Malort, malort. Na 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 na. Malort, malort. La da da, la da 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 dee 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 dee. Random singing, la dee da dee da. And we'll need potentiometers on this one since it's not a Hall effect sensor. Malort, malort. La na 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 na. Malort, malort. My lord, the attackers have breached the north gate. Malort, malort. La na 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 na. Malort, malort. If you drink enough malort, you'll start singing about malort. La da 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 da. Broop. Unbelievable. Bobby Dazzler. Oh, the electrons are falling out. Malort, malort. La da 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 da. How many times is he gonna say that? Yes. La da 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 da. Gosh, there's like no time for any new stories because I just keep doing these streams. Nothing changes over the course of a day or two. Mervyn's? What's Mervyn's? The Night, yeah, Night of the Living Malort. Oh, that was some living. What did I have at the bar? Dovetail. Ugh, made in Illinois. They took the Riverfront beer off of the tap. I was so sad. That was like my favorite. They used to have Warp Speed on tap there, but that was a long time ago. They have like a what is it called? It's called like Huntsman's Breakfast. That's actually probably similar to Warp Speed. Like a coffee stout ale. I've had it before. It's a little too strong for a after beer work for my taste. I mean, obviously, I don't have anything against strong beers, but you know, don't want to drive after drinking like 3 of those. That would probably not be a good idea. Okay, we need a righty. Malort. A new Ben Heck show. I actually did email one of the Premier Farnell guys yesterday. It was just because of like some producer from some other show was emailing me about the Nintendo PlayStation, Nintendo PlayStation unit, and so I'm like, okay, I will see who I can email to see how you could like just get permission to use the footage, and then. So I asked Max, I'm like, who's left? Because they closed the Chicago office, so I did get in contact with a guy, so yes. And I wasn't like, I'm Ben, help me out. So I wasn't like that or anything, because I'm not that kind of douchebag. I mean, I'm kind of a douchebag, but not that kind of douchebag. You're not such a bad asshole after all. Oh, I am, McLean. I'm just your kind of asshole. This is probably good. Malort. Ludicrous speed. Spaceball 1. They've gone to plaid. Funny, she doesn't look Druish. Excuse me. The tears of douchebag. Yes, it's like Scientology. There's many levels of douchebag thetans you can achieve. I'm confused. See, look at this nice little slit they give me. I can just count on that slit being there. They're not going to randomly remove it like Sony would. Sony! I'll see you in hell! Malort. La na 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 na. Malort. Oh, thank you for watching my Star Wars video. I kind of wanted to do one on Terminator Dark Fate, but I don't have the time. I have to finish my tech videos. I got like 2 tech project videos in the work, which are still not done. The film scanner and the cat feeder, so I gotta do that first. Although I did think Terminator Dark Fate was like a master class in, like, oh, let's make this Terminator movie for women, but they completely don't understand why women like Terminator. It sums up everything like perfectly. Oh, that screw was missing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Interesting. They screwed it up at the factory. If only I had a giant collection of them. Oh wait, I do. Malort. I just put a counter on the screen for that. I wonder where my cat is. Bud, come here, Bud. I mean, I'm not like a big Star Wars fan. I'm more of a Star Trek guy, but I still like watch like Disney Star Wars, and I'm like, ugh, what the hell? What are they doing? Hey, remember what I was just talking about with Sony controllers? The test points are gone. Dylan, son of a bitch. What is this? Gelling Rev 2.2? Oh, Jesus. Did I just jinx myself? Yeah, the test points are gone. What the hell is this? Oh, no! Oh, that's not good. They did change something, you bastards! Oh, no. Dogs and cats living together. You were the chosen one, Microsoft. You were meant to not change things, not change things. Also, you hate sand. Yeah. Well, yeah, you've seen these videos. The test points were there, but yeah, the test points are gone. Gelling Rev 2.2. What the frick is Gelling Rev 2.2? Did they change this slightly? They must have. Well, it's a Bobby Lose. They're like, ha ha ha, this will stop Ben. So this chip, I assume it's the same chip. Let's take a look. Wow, it's hard to see. Let me get my super peepers. Yeah, the chip markings are different too. Because before that was an NXP I2C IO expander. Yeah, actually there's other changes too. Yeah. These chokes are in a different spot. That's in a different spot. That's different. Damn you, Gelling Rev 2.2. Yeah, see, so what they do is the buttons on the face of the controller, so all of these buttons, everything except for the B button, they go to this this chip, which is an IO expander. That way they can ping it with just two lines, I2C lines, on this connector. Well, that's difficult. Great, does that mean they're going to do this going forward? Ugh. I take back everything nice I ever said about Microsoft. If there was anything. And there's no test points. I wonder if this is to stop me. Oh, I can't imagine they would do it just about me. I don't have that big of an ego. Or do I? Yeah, those two lines there are probably the I squared C lines. If I had to guess. Well, maybe not. They would go back here. Did they change anything over here too? No, they still have a castellated wireless. This looks pretty much the same. Yeah, this is the same. This subboard has changed. There's a lot less. Well, they had a lot of like resistors going through it too. This build might come to a screeching halt. Oh, this is another one of those refurbs that was pre-loved or pre-opened or something. Malort, Malort. Malort, Malort. I don't know where my cat is. Maybe I accidentally locked him in the bathroom. I mean, that's happened before. Poor cat. Actually, I'm surprised he's not down here. Maybe he is locked in the bathroom. Wait, no, he was here. Yeah, because he was begging for food earlier before I started the stream. My lord. My lord, my lord. I mean, this does seem like a simplified design. They don't have all these extra resistors and stuff laying around. There was a lot of like unpopulated pads on the previous model. Oh, something else, like Sony controllers don't have test pads either. Or not nearly as many as the Xbox did, past tense. You have done that yourself. Okay, this board is the same. But yeah, see the difference here? See? Test ports? No test ports. Guess I might have to assume I'll have to figure out a solution for that. But what? Looks like they're not, because before they were like putting all the signals through a resistor, which is probably pointless. So they got to save like a millionth of a cent on these resistors. Obviously, that's important stuff. Malort, malort. It's, well, yeah, there's the branding on the I2C expander is different. Like the old one's an NXP. This one I can't read. I never learned to read. Well, wait, if the main board's the same, then the I2C expander would have to be compatible. Well, unless it's I2C address is different. Well, I guess there's one way to find out. We can plug the boards into each other and see what happens. Kaboom! Malort, malort. La, 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 la. Well, actually, the easiest way to do it would be to... Yeah. There. Yeah, let's see what happens. Malort, malort. It's a disaster in the making! Unbelievable! It explodes. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. We were just talking about you. We were talking about how you're lame. Are you lame? Lame cat. Lame cat. Lame cat. Lame cat. Are you a lame cat? Go to your home. Here's your new home. Do 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 do. Oh, I accidentally shared a screenshot to Windows. Alright, so these buttons are the same, so that means it's the same I2C address at least, and the same data structure. What is it? Where are you going? You were the chosen kitten. What? You're not the chosen kitten? Meow. I'm lame. You are lame. Oh, these screws kind of suck. Oh yeah, was this one? Oh yeah, did someone was in here. Put in some crappy ass screws, which are going to go into crappy ass garbage where they crappy ass belong. There's your new home. Do 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 do. Life hack. Okay, I highly doubt they changed the molds, right? They didn't. Should have mailed it to the Mold Brothers. Junior. He's gone, and I didn't teach him anything. Except how to use crappy-ass screws. Guess we're gonna try it this way. This is all that's left of you now, controller. You're a controller without a shell. You're homeless. Oh no! Gotta make sure it works the other way too. Bud, why don't you go to your home? Oh, are you a homeless kitten? Home. Bud has no home. Hunted. Despised. Living like an animal. This box is his home. But now he will show the world that he can be its master. He will create an atomic race of supermen that will conquer the world. Rah. Rah. Please don't operate on me. I'm going to dissect you. Cause of death? Dissection! No! Bud, do you have to timeshare a brain cell? Meow. So your plan was to come down here and start mewing, huh? You think a mewing will save you? I was born with mewing! Molded by it! Bud, were you molded by mewing? Whatever that means. Meow. Oh crap, my camera power supply is unplugged. There we go. Do you want me to dissect you again? La da 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 da. Bud, are you an orange menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood? Yeah, they got a bunch of test points, and they also have like a lot of inline resistors. And the new controller doesn't have any of that, which I mean makes sense. I mean, it's a lot cleaner than this. But what about me? This will stop Ben from making his controllers. Then we can sell our controllers. Yeah, good plan, Mr. Gates. This plan's gonna work. Shut up, you. Bud, are you a whiny wiener? Yes. I'm a whiny wiener. Do 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 do. We're gonna have to have some sort of hackathon to figure out that chip. So I assume that's a 16-bit I/O expander. I guess I could just use a I/O expander. Well, assuming that it had the same I2C address. I wonder if they make a SOIC 20 version of that. I took a photo of it. This one's an NXP. The other one's probably like Chinesium. This is why we're on Pandora. For the Chinesium. It's worth $1 million an ounce. Why are scientists using the term ounce in the future? Good question. Now we're gonna get this whale brain goo. This jar of goo is worth $16 million, which will buy you a Happy Meal at the time this movie takes place. Now you're gonna get your real legs back. You know, I hope in the next Avatar, it'd be cool if they went to Earth. And it's like, it would be like in all the movies or like in history where like the Indians are like, we must go to Washington, D.C. to plead our case, and it won't work. Like, they could do something like that where like Jake Sully goes to Earth, and then we get to see like the Na'vi like jumping around like future Earth buildings and stuff. So it'll also be kind of like some of the Planet of the Apes sequels in the 70s. See, that would actually be interesting. There was a deleted scene on Earth in the first one, but they removed it for some reason. It's not very long, but I kind of wish it was there. It's like Jake Sully is like the city looks like shit, and everyone's like wearing masks because of pollution, and then he goes to a bar. Then he gets in a fight, and they throw him out in the street, and he's crippled. And they throw his wheelchair at him, and it hits him in the head. And then these guys walk up, and they're like, your brother's dead. Come with us. And then they're like, you will be an avatar. And then it goes to space. Well, I didn't make that up. That's actually that's actually the deleted scene. Oh, and then you see his like shitty ass apartment. It's like this tiny room and like with a giant wall TV. And he's like, I don't have my legs don't work. I suck. Any pinball stuff in the works? Well, I'm just about done with the coding on the Evil Dead game. I was I got like 3 modes left. So we've got like 2 more code updates with a total of 3 more modes, and then, well, it's not like I'm going to stop, bug fixes or anything, but that will make the Evil Dead game content complete. So that's I'm still working on that one for like the next couple months at least. It's like one of the new modes. Well, it's the Kandarian Demon mode, so it's at the end of the second movie where that big thing comes through the door. It's a mode involving that. So we were working on it, but then we were like, this mode sucks, so we kind of like gutted it, and I don't want to say started over, but reworked it quite a bit. So that update was delayed. I still think we did a pretty quick job in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, so, and they want me to start another one. Well, it's supposed to be October, but I have a feeling it's probably going to start later than that. So we shall see. And then I've also working on my project backlog, which is now the automatic cat feeder. Then after that is the Atari Link, or the Atari Kitten, which is a miniaturized Atari Lynx. I started that years ago. So there's not that many chips in the Lynx. It's actually pretty simple. So gonna make like a new circuit board for that. And then what's after that? Shoot, I think that would get me caught up. I think so. What is it? I'm gonna dissect you again. Come over here. I'm gonna dissect you. Get over here. Another pinball, another mode. There's like 3 more modes that we're adding to Evil Dead with code updates. There's the video mode, then there's Destroy the Kandarian Demon, and then there's another mode which I have no idea what the mode is. It's just called Hail to the King. So Corwin's actually going to do a live stream and let the audience figure out what the mode is, which is fine by me because then I don't have to think. All I have to do is code it. So I would think that would be the final update, and that would probably be like in November. And then feature-wise, that game would at that point be complete. Because when we shipped it, it only had 12 modes, and when it's complete, it's something like 21. So there's actually quite a few like sub-wizard modes, which kind of sucks because like we had like the 8 movie modes, and it's like you have to complete movie modes to do like the wizard modes. So the mode map is not very flat. It's more hierarchical, which means it takes you longer to see the other modes, which is, in hindsight, well, the thing is how the basic modes were laid out was not my idea, because they're like, oh, we've got these 8 movie modes, and then there's all these other modes on top of it. It's like when you start the game, it's like, select your movie, like Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, and then there's like this jukebox kind of looking thing on the back box, and it's got like, it looks like an old school jukebox, and it's got 8 modes on it, 4 per movie. We call those the movie modes. So you have to make progress in those to light the sub-wizards. Like the Henrietta battle, which is like the Deadite woman he fights in the second movie, to like get to that, you have to complete 2 modes of the second movie. And then to destroy the demon mode, which is the one I was describing a little bit ago, you have to do all 4 modes of the second movie. Same thing with the first movie. There's a sub-wizard if you do 2 of the modes, and another sub-wizard if you do all 4 of them. And then there's other, actually, God, there's quite a few. So yeah, like actually most of the modes are like wizard modes. So yeah, we thought about adding a feature where like if you qualify a mode, you could like start it. You could like have a credit to like start it next time you play the game. I'll probably add that once we have actually everything in the game. That was Hilton's idea, but it's a good idea. Okay, so this is a righty, so we remove this magnet. Bud, go get me a beer. You're useless! You're worthless! I don't know how far I could go. How does he get me a beer? Well, he's gonna have to figure it out. Bud, you're gonna have to evolve opposable thumbs. Unless Bud can figure out how to open doors. I wonder how far I could go. Great, now I got that song stuck in my head. So I always got songs stuck in my head. Because I can't get them out of my mind. But if Bud has opposable thumbs, then he will be able to destroy all humans. But you wouldn't destroy all humans, would you? You wouldn't destroy me. I would destroy you first. You took my balls. That was not... It was not by my hand that you have no balls, but by veterinarians who wish to pay me tribute. Tribute? You steal cats' balls and make them your slaves. The same could be said of all pounds. But have at you. Time to dissect a cat. Please don't. No. Dissect a cat. Whoa, oops. Alright, I think it's time for another beer. You are a dud! What are you gonna do? Roll! Burpee. La, da, 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 da. Okay, the right's over there. Do 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 do. Bud's worthless. He once ate lots of greenies, chowing them down as fast as he could. How many, I wonder, he'd eat? Worthless. That's another movie that's way more relevant than it was when it was released. You think throwaway consumerism is bad in the 80s? Oh, just you wait. Can you imagine, like, Brave Little Cell Phone? All the cell phones would be in the dump in China. I'm worthless. Right? And they'd all be getting killed. The Brave Little Cell Phone. It's like an obsolete cell phone and an obsolete Alexa and like a vape pen. And yeah.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with
that. I wasn't talking to you, you dim watt electronic. You got maybe 5 watts across all of you. Don't you see? I'm not coming back, Alexa. It's your function. You didn't ask to be chained to the wall. I'm not an invalid. I was designed this way. Make kids' movies scary again. Yeah, Willy Wonka. All the bad, selfish kids get turned into horrible beasts. She was a bad egg. Whole day wasted. You're just mad because Master never played with you because you're stuck in the wall! You bumped your head on the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Daddy, I want a midget slave. Oh, all right, I'll buy one for you, dear. How much for a midget slave? They're not for sale. Rubbish. Everyone has a price. How about one with bad teeth? I don't really care. We're just not going to feed it anyway. It'll probably die in a few weeks. Have you ever seen those video essays about how Snowpiercer is a secret sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? It makes a very compelling case. The premise is that Charlie Bucket took over the chocolate factory and became like a man of science. And so that's why he tried to stop global warming. So, well, I don't know who remembers Snowpiercer, but like the premise was like they tried to stop global warming with cloudbursts or something, and it caused the world to freeze instead, and that's why the world was frozen. So the premise or the theory of this video is that the Ed Harris character in Snowpiercer is a grown-up Charlie Bucket. There's actually a lot of things in the movie that support it. And like most of like the minion henchmen adults on the train are all the kids grown up. That's weird. These screws aren't biting. I wonder why. That's weird. Maybe I could brute force something. What else do I got? Now these don't look long enough. I guess I could try maybe like an M3. Yeah. They stick the guy's hand out in the cold and it shatters, and then people eat it. So why wouldn't you? Yeah, good enough for government worker hand grenades. Oh no. She's losing power. And then like how the guy who runs the train, he's got like kids inside the engine fixing it. So that's like that alludes to the Oompa Loompas. All right, so I'm gonna need one with the holes for the. This one should work. Screwdrivers don't work on water, yeah. Doc, I can't believe it! What can't you believe, Marty? People are still reading newspapers in 2015? Of course they are! Have abandoned all lawyers! Nothing but a breeding ground of low-rise tranks and zip heads. Ought to burn this whole place down. Did Biff become an auto detailer because he kept crashing his car into manure trucks? Oh, that's also a good question, GST. So when Doc first tested the DeLorean and he has it drive right at him, was the idea that the DeLorean would kill him if his invention didn't work? Like, suicide, basically? Oh no, I said suicide on YouTube! I said I didn't have a bomb! You said bomb on an airplane! What is it? We got a code 15. Someone said suicide on YouTube. Oh my god. We can't let people say suicide on YouTube. Yes, that's right. He's saying suicide on YouTube. Smee, I'm going to kill myself. Smee, don't try to stop me. Smee, try to stop me. I am committing Minecraft-cide. YouTube is like VeggieTales. No, VeggieTales have more balls than YouTube. The demonetized restricted mode? Yes, it's restricted mode. It's my restricted stream. Yeah, that's right. Let's talk about how the Titanic was sunk on purpose to start the Federal Reserve. Sir, we've got a 520. Now he's talking about the Titanic. My God. The Vanderbilts keep paying us money to not talk about that. Restrictive mode activated. Oh yeah, the evil 8-bit guy. I watched that earlier. He's got a goatee and a mustache. Because I saw the thumbnail, I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I was watching the video, I'm like, oh my god, he's got it in the video too. You got a license for that speech, mate? I heard you saying something bad about the Queen. We'll see about that, governor. Fully licensed and fully functional. Yup. Just ask Tasha Yar. See how I referenced the original series and not First Contact? Hashtag lore. Oh, Dada's brother. Oh no, I'm starting to sound like Red Letter Media. Free speech jail. No, I live in America. I can say whatever the hell I want. The Titanic sinking was an inside job. Now, Mr. Cameron, before you go down to that there wreck, there's some things we gotta talk about. Ground rules, if you will. Yeah, ground rules. You may notice 2 large submarine blast holes in the side of the Titanic. I'm gonna need you to not film those. Yeah, don't film them. You see, those were done by a German U-boat that was owned by the Federal Reserve. Yeah, which didn't exist yet. Keyword yet. This signature? That's right, Woodrow Wilson. He was in on it too. Restricted mode. I do think it's funny, like all the YouTubers in the last week who are like, oh, what? YouTube is changing stuff? As if like other YouTubers hadn't been talking about that for months. It's it's like, yeah, hello. People have been talking about this for a while. Just now catching on. Bud, are you a Bilderberg spy? Yeah, whatever happened to Craig Ferguson? He's still around, isn't he? That's what late night needs. Not all these dweeb CIA plants. You just need to have like some Scottish guy flirting with women. That's what people want. And you could be like, wow, I wish I could flirt with women that well. That's what people want. What is it? Bud, are you going to flirt with some female cats? Well, I've got some sad news for you about that, Bud. What is it? Poor Bud. Ballless Bud. There was an episode of Craig Ferguson where Robin Williams was on, and Craig did a really good job of keeping up with Robin Williams, which is pretty impressive. It sucks, like all those comedians, they got like Disney-fied. Like I think if you showed like Eddie Murphy or Robin Williams stuff to like from the 80s to like kids that have only ever seen Flubber, they'd probably be like, oh my god. Home stretch. Well, I've got to do some more work in the morning. I'm probably going to head to Chicago. Probably head out just after lunch here so I can get there before rush hour. So, worst case, I can just like hang out at the hotel with my friends, even if we can't get into the hall. Although we can probably, I don't know. At the risk of sounding facetious, I'm sure they'd let me into the hall. Oh my God. It's washed up former YouTuber Ben Heck. Right this way, sir. We have the Andy Dick table waiting for you. Shabba-ba-bum. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Malort, malort. Yes, someone bloody random. You gotta go full Karen on them. I pay you salaries. I only had 2 beers tonight. I gotta call my dad. Mouth organ or awkward pause. And that's all the time we have for tonight. You might remember. Hi, I'm Ben Heck. You might remember me for such YouTube videos as Bud Gets His Nads Cut and Man vs. Nature, The Road to Victory. Yeah, I was quitting YouTube before it was cool. I don't know, why would anyone want to do YouTube endlessly? Like Angry Video Game Nerd, he obviously hates it. He's like dead inside. I mean, Angry Video Game Nerd is basically Dark Side Phil with a crew that can like do work for him, because he's like, oh God, I'm still doing this after I shot my movie in Los Angeles, which is where you have to shoot every movie. Not even people in Los Angeles shoot movies in Los Angeles. You know, I actually thought this movie is pretty decent. I'm something of a shitty amateur filmmaker myself, and I thought it was pretty decent. Man versus Nads. Oh, that's right. I gotta adjust these. Ah, damn it. This one's not quite sharp enough. I think I can make it work. All right. And clunk. Hello, you absolute legends. Hey, since it's not a live stream and not print, I do think it's kind of lame that like people think Billy Mitchell's cool now, just because he won a lawsuit. It's like, no, that just means he won a lawsuit. a lot of assholes win lawsuits. Oh no, shit! He's gonna sue me. He's gonna throw hot sauce at me. AVGN doesn't have time for YouTube anymore, but isn't that still his main job? Oh yeah, because he's always got to like his family or blah blah blah. Because you know no one else on the earth has a wife and 2 kids except for James Rolfe. Bud, are you the angry video game cat? Who? Angry Video Game Nerd? I used to watch. I mean, I guess actually no, I don't watch every episode he makes. I used to, like probably for like 10 years. But I don't know. I don't think he's actually really that talented. Like all of his humor is basically just chaining swear words together. I mean, what he created is cool, but I think like as a performer, he's not really that good. And apparently, like, in real life, he's, like, just a plank of wood, from what I've heard. Probably because he is... I mean, He's totally autistic. Oh, that's all of YouTube. Don't tell anyone. I've never met him though. I've just kind of heard that. Like if you go to like a panel with him, he's like just completely boring. Oh yeah, Rex Viper, his amazing band. Oh, and then he has all those videos where he's like trying to be like the T-Moo Red Letter Media. It's like, no. Well, you know, it kind of sucks though because, you know, that's the problem. Like YouTube pigeonholes you so much. It's like, you know, he obviously has passion for like classic horror movies and, you know, cheesy 80s bands, but like nobody cares. Like you get pigeonholed where it's like all anyone cares about is angry video game nerd. So even though he clearly has other interests, which is cool, the algorithm will never let him escape that. It's like a prison. I mean, I see that. Like, I make random videos about, you know, crap, and YouTube just... It's like, oh, this isn't what Ben does, so, like, it doesn't get as many views. They do that to everybody. Like, if you step a millimeter outside of what people expect, then... Yeah, so that's why everyone just has to do the same thing over and over and over. Well, yeah, Carl did misrepresent that lawsuit. Yes, definitely. But at the same time, it's like, come on, Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell's like one of those like peaked in high school kind of people. It's like, okay, you play video games. Who gives a shit? I mean, you do, but it's not like you're, you know, you're not like a brain surgeon in Gaza or something. It's like, well, big whoop, you play video games. All this stuff, video games, pinball, it's all bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. I think it just, you know, I think you just have to accept it. I think some people don't accept it. They're like, oh, I'm so important, or oh, I'm Neil Druckmann, so listen to me, blah blah blah. It's like, no, who gives a crap? If you're a really good programmer, you'd be working for SpaceX, not Naughty Dog. Oh, shots fired. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see how like if I was an angry video game nerd, I would be so completely sick of that after like, because he's been doing it for like 20 years now. It's like, that's insane. Maybe just me. Like I get tired of like maybe 6 or 7 years, and I start to get tired of doing something. Like I don't want to do pinball forever. Like. Maybe 5 more years tops. That would be all I could possibly take. Then I'll just go be a cook in some crappy bar in northern Wisconsin. That's where I want to end up. And have a shitty trailer house. And a dog. You hear that, Bud? A dog! Well, this one went together pretty quickly, despite the fact that we came across that weird circuit board. Microsoft has betrayed me because it's obviously all about me. Well, yeah, 1903. That's true. Like, because you know, 99% of the world works a job they don't care about because you do it for your family. That's the most important thing. You know, do you think like, you know, oh, I gotta work at the feed mill or I gotta weld? It's like, you know, they'd probably rather be doing something else, but that's what pays the bills. This is a conundrum. Kif, we have a conundrum. Bring me some scissors and some tape. Yeah, this one definitely has fewer components on it. Did it have a different... Model 1914. I believe that's different. Oh god, if they didn't change the model number, Oh, god damn it. They are like Sony. Same model number. That was the other problem. Like, Sony controllers would have the same model number and different internals. Like, on the PlayStation 4 controller, like, the only way to know, like... Wait, why don't I just... Oh, yeah, this is like... Well, yeah, this is one modified for, like, video game latency testing. But, like, this is PlayStation 4. Like, whether or not the controllers would have a sync signal you could get a signal from. See where it says model Q, whatever right there, like the model number? The only way to know the difference is on this sticker, if the model number was printed in the center or if it was printed up in the left-hand corner. Because it was the same model number, but it would have different internals. So dumb. They made another Futurama episode? Jesus. There's been like... They've made more seasons after being canceled than before they were canceled. Yeah, I think you're right, Silver. Like, Mike Matei was like the secret beating heart behind that show, and hasn't really been the same since. Oh, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder. "24-pin chip." Yeah, I can't quite read the name of it. Doesn't look like it's not an NXP, so that's different. Jelling, you are my curse. Oh, that's cool, Derek. Yeah, I took a picture of the NXP chip from the other controller with my phone before I closed it up. Yeah, this one... Yeah. I got new glasses, but I still struggle with this, like, reading the text on chips is hard now. I guess I could look at it under my microscope, but I'm too lazy to hook it up, although it's right there. Probably gonna bounce here before too long. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 capacitors, 1 resistor. Let's see. Power, signal. I don't see the pull-ups for the I2C. They're probably on the other board. A lot of capacitors and stuff around the audio section. Probably doing amplification over there. Yeah, how would I do this? let's see, what is it I get off? Because yeah, so on the left-handed controllers, yeah, so obviously this is up, down, left, right. So I get those in both of them, so that's 4. And then on the other controllers, it's X, A, Y. So that's a total of 7 signals. I mean, well, there'll be copper right here. You'll never get me, copper. I mean, worst case, you could do that. I mean, they're quite large. And that's one way to do it. It's the X controller, another Xbox R. Guess I'll have to order another controller. Yeah, these ones would be more difficult because they got the signal. Well, actually, no. If you're moving the D-pad, you could just solder right there. Oh, look, the slits have changed too. See that? Not a whole lot, but a little. They changed angles because they were vertical before. And that would be the easiest way to do it. Although it would be kind of fun to try to think of some sort of like I2C interceptor. Yeah, because on the other ones I have the the ABXY gets moved over here. I mean, I guess you could mount. Well, you'd have to get these out first. So you had to get these out to the D-pad, and then you could just mount the circuit board here, make some sort of interface, and then bring these over to that. But then you'd also need the B button, which wires up. See how the B button's on the other circuit board because the controller's rounded, so it's see how it's further back. So they definitely fixed that versus the Xbox 360. Yeah. But yeah, it's a total of 7 possible connections. I don't know. Could you I don't know. I don't think a microcontroller would be fast enough to like intercept and bus pirate an I2C. Like what you would need to bus pirate an I2C would cost more money than I probably want to spend. Yeah, that's also a concern. Someone bloody random is messing up the D-pads. If you attached wires here, like 3 wires, and brought it over here, that wouldn't be a big deal. Then you just take the B wire out here and out to the other side. That wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. Or, you could do it the other way around. Like, you could attach these 4 wires and take them out and then actually solder them. So do it backwards. So instead of soldering it here first, you solder it here and then come backwards out to it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I read into this before I had to reorder any of my PCBs, although I think I have a pretty good supply still. I ordered like hundreds and hundreds of them from either PCBWay or JLC PCB like a year or 2 ago. Yeah, that would probably work. I would have to change how I assemble them. Probably not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's all it is. Just like, yeah, that's exactly how the Atari 2600 joysticks worked. So yeah, they'll be copper under these. All right, I think I'm going to finish up this beer and then take off for the night. What do you think, Bud? Are you a sleeping lion? Are you a lion who sleeps tonight? Yeah, I think a 99's a little too old for me. If it was like a 2009, I would have been more interested. Basically, before they filled all the cars with the computer screens. Because it's only getting worse. Bud, do you want to be dissected one more time? But he's sleeping so peacefully, dreaming of fish. Oh wait, he's awake. Are you dreaming of fish? You don't even know what a fish is! You're dumb! All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. Yeah. I've got one more to do. But, yeah, I might have to buy another controller. Was this one? I don't know if it's a refurb or not. It's definitely newer. Something's changed. Yep, see y'all later. I might make a video at VCF. I don't know. Maybe, although I don't know. Like the last 3 years, I went at a table, and I didn't get to see anything. I mean, I saw most of the stuff I saw was at the after party. But in the new location, the after party isn't even in the hall. So, yeah, this year I just want to walk around and look at stuff for a change. So yeah, if anyone's there, I guess we'll see you there. And we'll see you next time. So, goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye, Bud.